Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Coffee and Crypto. I have of course an empty mug today, but I wanted to show you this particular mug. Where's my camera? Look at that. Who wants one? Let me know in the comments below. Do you want a mug? Do you want a branded mug? Please let me know and I will think about providing some branded mugs. Anyway, yes, like I said, welcome back to another episode of Coffee and Crypto. My name's Don. As you all know by now, I do these every single morning from normally around 9 a.m, 9:30 a.m. It is a live stream, so if you are watching it back live, or if you are watching it live, should I say, good morning. We're still in the morning. We're a little bit later today for today's episode. And if you are watching it back later on in the day or the evening, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know, how do you consume or how do you watch Coffee and Crypto? Do you watch it on the go? Do you sit down, chill with a cup of coffee, cup of tea, whatever it may be, or do you listen to me on the go? I'm always interested to hear what, or how, should I say, you consume. Now, again, as always, we have a great episode to cover off some news in crypto. For once, for the first time in about a week, I'm not going to mention XRP, I think. Can't guarantee that. I probably will mention an ETF at some point though. But yeah, look, anyway, there's loads to get through. You've seen it from the title of today's video. There is some news from Tesla and Bitcoin, as well as some artificial intelligence updates as well. So look, exciting episode. Let's first of all look at the prices of crypto. So top 10 market, as we always start with. Currently, Bitcoin's currently sitting at $30,348. We then have Ethereum at $1,919. XRP currently just chilling at 80 cents. BNB at $244. We then have Cardano at 32 cents. Solana, $27. Dogecoin at 0.07. And then finally, Matic or Polygon at 78 cents. So the market's looking quite good actually. The past 24 hours we're up 4 or 5 percent here or thereabouts. And Bitcoin has up itself about 1%. But yeah, still no real crazy movement. We're really waiting for Bitcoin to kind of get a bit of fire under its feet and take off like the stock market has, which tends to be kind of what happens. I mean, literally the only thing that isn't really moving at the moment is Bitcoin. So yeah, let's see what's going on there. But as soon as Bitcoin moves, something will kick off with the rest of the market. We're not seeing a lot of like new money come into the market per se. Again, here with the overall market cap currently sitting at 1.22 trillion, but we are seeing money flow from different altcoins into, well, primarily XRP and XLM as well. But yeah, you're starting to see a lot of kind of altcoins drain and then the money flow into other altcoins as well, and a little bit from Bitcoin as well. So yeah, there's not a lot of fresh money coming in, which of course that's not expected with the current market conditions and bear market kind of sentiment that we're still very much in. Yeah, new money won't flow in quite yet. Hence why you're not seeing a huge gain in total market cap, but you are seeing a gain in some altcoins, and it's just because money's flowing about the market. So in case anyone was wondering why that is, hopefully that makes a bit more sense for you. Now, moving on to the first part of today's news, Tesla, diamond hands, as they may already be kind of termed as, they have had seen no change to their Bitcoin holdings in quarter two. Now, you remember 2021 was a crazy year for companies like Tesla coming out and announcing the fact that they hold Bitcoin on their balance sheet, and the world went crazy. Bitcoin went crazy. Yeah, it was just absolute, a crazy time to be alive. Anyway, a little update from them because, like I said, they have not changed anything, even though there has been some speculation that they have been holding their sales, and people haven't quite believed what's really going on behind the scenes. But look, anyway, I'm here to read this article and show you exactly what's going on. So, in quarter two of 2023, so the earnings released on July 19th, the net value of Tesla's Bitcoin holdings stood at $184 million, which has held the same value for the past two quarters. Now, Tesla hasn't bought or sold any Bitcoin since quarter two last year, when it sold more than 30,000 Bitcoin, which accounted for roughly 75% of its total holdings. Now, you remember that was all to do with the energy nonsense that was going on back then, all the energy Karens that were moaning about the efficiency of Bitcoin mining and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, let's move on. Tesla first purchased $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin in March of 2021. And obviously, Elon Musk was promising to accept Bitcoin as payment for Tesla vehicles in incoming days. I think he also was accepting Dogecoin for merch or something like that. I think he might still do it. Musk later halted Bitcoin payments for Tesla vehicles, however, and cited environmental concerns brought by the Bitcoin's energy usage as the reasons for the backtrack. Again, it then came out, and I actually seen something today. I probably should have opened up the article or the tweet that I'd seen, but whatever. It's relatively boring news anyway, so maybe I'm kind of glad I didn't share it. But it was basically something that we already know, right? Again, I've knew this for years, but what you find in crypto, right, is because things move so quick, right? So prices move so quick, people's kind of opinions move so quick, and thoughts and plans and stuff move so quick on crypto. So does your memory. So there's a lot of things that we've said over the past 3.5 years we've had the company set up. There's so much stuff that we've said over that if you were to try and collate it, it would literally be like hours and hours and hours and hours worth of footage, but also just like pages and pages and pages worth of knowledge that we've typed and whatever it may be. Technically, it's all in Discord. You just need to kind of click and read it. But the point I'm trying to make here is you will then see something on Twitter that because you haven't seen it in a few weeks or a few months and you forgot about it, as soon as you see it on Twitter, you think, oh my God, that's insane. That's such good news. That's really helpful. Like, oh, that person's, he's really good. I need to follow him. But it's like, what those people are saying aren't anything different from what other people have said in the past, especially ourselves. It's just that because it moves so quick, there's new news coming out. Like, it's very, there's a lot of dopamine hits in crypto because it is such a fast-paced environment. But yeah, again, I think the moral of the kind of story here is the whole energy crisis nonsense thing that Bitcoin uses too much energy, and that's why Tesla had to sell some, because the whole point of Tesla is that they're an EV brand, they're trying to do better for the earth, blah, 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 but at the same time, hide the fact that how much it actually damages the planet to create these electric batteries. But look, I'm not going to go into that, right? That's a whole nother kind of topic, but yeah, back in 2021, essentially, Elon Musk and Tesla were kind of forced almost to sell a bunch of their Bitcoin because a lot of the Karens out there who are Bitcoin haters, basically, were saying that it doesn't look good for Tesla. And basically, Tesla didn't want to lose their stock holders or the stock price. So what they're going to do, they'll have to sell their Bitcoin. So yeah, in case you kind of look into that too much and you think, oh, yeah, but they've sold 75% of it, therefore they're not bullish on it. No, actually, the reason behind it is not quite that. It's how I've just explained it. So yeah, anyway, hope that makes sense. Almost went off on a total rampage there, but I managed to kind of rein it back a little bit. And yeah, moving back on to the article. So Tesla has been outperforming analyst expectations this year, with the company reporting adjusted earnings per share of 91 cents, beating the analyst prediction of 9 cents. Revenue outperformed on the upside, and Tesla's $24.9 billion in Q2 revenue, beating expectations by a whole 0.81%. Now, why am I telling you that news? It's kind of to back up what I've just said. Tesla are obviously a publicly traded company. Their stock price is very important to them and for holders of that stock. Therefore, the reason for the Bitcoin selling all starts to make a bit more sense now, yeah? Are you following along? Hopefully you are. But again, like I said, the main point of it here is they still hold around $184 million worth. And I'm pretty sure they will be doing another buy-in at some point after the whole energy nonsense kind of fades. But yeah, I feel like it's always going to be there or thereabouts. But anyway, this stream is not to talk about Tesla stock because I invest in crypto, not in Tesla. But anyway, I wanted to show you a little bit about Tesla. Still holding Bitcoin because, yeah, why would they not? Everyone should, I'm sure. Of course, I'm not advising anyone to buy or hold crypto, right? I'd advise you not to. It's a scam. Stay away from it. But I like to invest in it, so that's all that matters. Anyway, Nasdaq halts the launch of cryptocurrency custody service. Okay, interesting. Why is this? So the global securities marketplace Nasdaq is halting its launch of its own cryptocurrency custody that it previously planned to roll out by the end of the second quarter in 2023. Now, it suspended the launch because of its regulatory risks in the US. Are you surprised? Are you entertained? This quarter, considering the shifting business and regulatory environment in the US, we have made a decision to halt our launch of the US digital assets custodian business and our related efforts to pursue relevant license. The Nasdaq CEO emphasised that the company remains committed to digital asset business development, stating that we continue to build and deliver technology capabilities that position Nasdaq as a leading digital asset software solutions provider to broader global industry. I feel like there should have been a comma in there somewhere. That was a big sentence. This includes advancing our custody solution as a technology platform to serve the broader global digital assets marketplace. Now, a massive point here, right? Well, a massive few points, I'm sure. And I tried not to talk about Ripple and XRP this live stream, but I can't help myself. So the big part of the Ripple lawsuit was, well, to help things like this actually move forward. We now know that Ripple XRP, I'm going to say Ripple, right, because it is the company that was under the lawsuit. XRP was the token that was apparently a security that was provided by Ripple, the company, but the lawsuit was for Ripple, right? So hear me out, follow along. Now, that was such a big deal because it was the kind of biggest case of its kind in the crypto space. It was obviously the longest standing kind of case or lawsuit that was actually going forward as well. And the reason it was so important was because things like this, even the Nasdaq, are having to pause what they're doing. Now, the Nasdaq kind of ruled the roost in terms of stocks and whatnot in the US. They want to, and they're still bullish, quite clearly, it says there, the company remains committed to digital asset business development. They're not saying we're halting it because it's a scam or it's rubbish or we don't believe in crypto. They're having to forcibly halt it because of the US regulations. Now, the positive thing is, well, we have a little bit of kind of clarity. Yes, it's only for the one company, but the rules now will be able to continue forward for the rest of the crypto space, which means that the Nasdaq can then lean on that and, well, bring back their plans, essentially, for this custody of crypto. So, look, I think what will happen here is when the ETFs start getting approved, there we go, two buzzwords for the live stream, Ripple XRP and ETF. That seems to be the buzzwords the past few weeks. So when these ETFs do get approved, which they will, I do believe then it will be the Nasdaq kind of racing to get the custodial kind of services set up because there's money to be made. It only makes sense. I seen a thing today actually on Twitter, and it's something like they expect like $30 billion to flow into Bitcoin alone. I don't think that's a lot of money, to be honest, but it was just a random tweet. So it might make a bit of sense and it might not. But the main point being is that you're starting to now see a lot of this chat float around and the sentiment change slightly on Bitcoin, ETFs, money flowing into crypto, like I mentioned at the start of this stream. There's not a lot of new money flowing into crypto quite yet, just because of the market conditions and, well, the regulations. However, when the ETFs get approved and this Nasdaq kind of turn on the tap or flip the switch, as Brad Garlinghouse would say, to their crypto custody service, then you will see a mass flow of new money, which new money means new all-time highs, basically. Not quite, but basically. Anyway, that's the Nasdaq news. Let me get a quick sip of my water here. And then we'll move on to some AI news because AI, of course, was a bit of a hot topic earlier in the year. In fact, one of our top AI pick altcoins performed really well earlier for about 20 minutes. I've seen a bit of a pump in the price. We all know, if you're a member of our Discord and our community, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And in fact, on that point, if you're not a member of our Discord community, please give yourself a shake. The market's heating up. So look, if you left because I don't know, for whatever reason, you left crypto, right? And you want to come back, please come back. We're happy to help you. We're still here. We haven't gone anywhere. Thousands of other members haven't gone anywhere. Yes, you did. That's fine. You're maybe busy. You've got a wedding and you've got holidays and stuff. That's fine. No problem. We welcome you back and we're happy to help serve you and make sure that you can optimize your crypto journey. Now, you like that word optimize? It's because I've seen it as I was reading it right in front of me here and just stole that word. But yeah, look, we can help you optimize your crypto journey. And look, I'm not trying to come across as a salesman. The way I look at it is the same way Satoshi looked at it is, if, I'm going to actually butcher this now, I should probably have this tattooed on me, but if you don't want to understand or you don't agree, I don't have time to keep continuing to try and kind of convince you, because I'm invested, I'm making money from crypto, a lot of our members are, and if you don't think that's right, and you think it's, a lot of fugazi, or it's a scam, that's fine. Honestly, like, I'm not trying to be sarcastic here, that's completely fine. Just, if you are wanting to come over and have some guidance, have a mentor, kind of make a decent kind of return and be kept in the know, we're more than happy to help. Right, I tried to get a drink of my water and I just went off on a bit of a rant, but I'm going to drink this time and then we're going to talk about AI. Okay, so AI optimizing crypto exchange functions, says the BitGet executive. Now, of course, we use BitGet for our copy trading. There is a series on copy trading on this YouTube channel, so go back and watch that. And we do have another video coming very, very soon. I know Deck is watching today's stream, so we will have an update out for that very, very soon, because copy trading is, in my opinion, a great way to have exposure to trading without having to manually trade yourself. But anyway, look, go watch the videos on the channel. There is a series on it and there's more to come on that. But anyway, cryptocurrency exchanges are finding novel ways to improve internal departments and functions using artificial intelligence, according to the BitGet Managing Director, Gracie Shin. Now, he spoke during an Ethereum community conference in Paris. He highlighted a number of ways in which exchanges is incorporating AI tools into everyday processes. He then said that the company has actively asked its management team to give feedback on which AI tools and services it's using and experimenting with across departments. Now, AI has been a major focal point for the wider technology industry in 2023 after the introduction of large language learning models like OpenAI's ChatGPT that just blew up the whole industry, and people use it today, and there's so much more AI stuff coming out each and every single day, which has a myriad of use cases that promises to revolution the number of industries. Now, Shen said that AI tools were particularly useful for its translation team, which leverages AI to handle translation for its multi-language services as well as its customer service department. Meanwhile, the help of a third-party company, BitGet is working on a customizable crypto version of ChatGPT, which is interesting, and it's intended to assist trading activity. So yeah, interesting to see how that will go. But it says here, he quotes here, users can talk to the bot to get faster responses for certain queries, including tailored information and trading data. Now, when I read this earlier, I thought that sounds a lot like Siri on your iPhone. I don't really have a problem with Siri, but I know Deck, again, you all know Deck from this channel, he seems to have an issue with Siri quite a lot. And I actually mentioned this, I think it was last week, when was the Formula 1? Was that 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Anyway, when we were driving down to Silverstone for the Formula 1, Deck was talking to Siri, whatever it was, and he always puts on like an American accent or whatever it is. And I jokingly said, like, what if Siri has AI into it to learn your voice, which surely it has some sort of like AI kind of management system, or it's adapting it. But what if Siri has AI that it learns your voice, and over the years, because Dex always spoke in some sort of American accent, it's not that he tries to put on some sort of voice acting, he's not doing any voice acting lessons or anything, right? But it's just because Siri, we all know it, especially if you're Scottish, that Siri doesn't always work too well. But I said to Deck, I was like, what do you think if you've been speaking in this American accent for literally as long as I can remember to Siri, that Siri thinks that you are American and that is your voice, so that if you speak normally to Siri, it doesn't recognize it. Don't know, just a talking point, but that's basically what BitGet are trying to do here to use against trading. So yeah, pretty cool. Just a Siri version of Chat GPT, basically. So I don't know why Apple haven't already done that. I'm assuming they probably are doing that and they'll release it with a new iPhone 15 or something. But yeah, anyway, moving on. As Cointelegraph previously explored, BitGet launched an AI-powered feature for its grid trading strategies that allows users to make use of trading algorithms to automate transactions. So again, the point of this story is the AI thing really is taking off, and but a few coins that we invest in as part of our portfolio and part of the members' portfolio is based on AI or have some sort of wing in AI, because it is super important to be aware of AI and to use AI if you don't already. And this kind of helps back it up. And I'm looking forward to seeing how BitGet moves forward with this. Again, I use BitGet not much, but I do use little bits for copy trading, and I know a lot of you will do that as well. But yeah, anyway, that's the news on it. So moving on to some tweets before we finish up for today's episode. Now, Stuart Alderotti, you all know him. He's the Chief Legal Officer at Ripple. Again, mentioned him many, many times on the channel before regarding the whole lawsuit that has been going on. But he says here, it's outrageous that in today's Senate hearing, which was yesterday, Mr. Gensler again misstates the law and the Howey test, suggesting that tokens standing alone are investment contracts. Is the SEC really going to continue to be allowed to peddle these falsehoods? So again, Gensler has failed to, I guess Gensler has, but the SEC has failed to obviously come up against Ripple. Ripple won the lawsuit, or partially won the lawsuit, as these news articles keep saying. But yesterday at the Senate hearing, Gensler still being a just complete idiot and still just doing classic Gensler stuff. So yeah, it's annoying, it's frustrating, and it's why stuff like the Nasdaq are not able to really do anything in their own country because of guys like Gensler at the SEC. But anyway, that's the tweet. Just a quick one. I wanted to show you that they're still up to their old ways. But yeah, it is what it is. Now, this is very interesting. So this is wild, rather. Maybe I'll quote the tweet exactly, but this is wild. Returns since the beginning of the year. So Coinbase stock, again, I don't invest in Coinbase stock, but we have mentioned it a few times, and Deck did mention it when it was at its low. So if you did buy it, obviously you're up 210%. So this year alone, Coinbase's stock is up 210%. Bitcoin is up 80%. And Ethereum is up 57% this year alone. Let's not get into anything else, i.e. Ripple and all that jazz, right? But just based on these, look at these charts from the start of the year, up 210%, 80%, and 57%. Like, that's like the most safest, I always say that it's like the safest bag, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Kind of having that in your wallet is like the safest kind of low risk kind of strategy, because it's even up since 7 months. It's up 80% and Ethereum's up nearly 60%. That's like, I don't even know how many times you would get anywhere else in investments. So even if you wanted to go for like the super low risk, safest type of investment in crypto, i.e. Bitcoin and Ethereum, you're still up 80% currently and on Bitcoin, and nearly 60% currently on Ethereum. That's insane. Like, you get, again, Mark, everyone knows Mark, shout out to Mark. He posted something in our group chat the other day, and it was like a property thing, and it was, I can't remember the exact details, but overall it was like 15% gains on your investment over like an 18-month period or 24-month period. So a year and a half to 2 years, and you're getting 15% on your money, with potentially more risk and obviously a lot longer. And you can't just whip it out either, because it would be invested into like a property or whatever it is. But again, I mentioned that exact kind of scenario, I guess, on the channel a few times as well. But yeah, the point I'm trying to make here is in 6-7 months, you could have caught that 100 grand you could have put into Ethereum or 100 grand into Bitcoin, and you would have got 80% returns on your investment, or 60% returns on your investment in 6 months. And to better that, it's completely liquid. Therefore, you could have, at the click of a finger, got your profits out and, well, got your profits out. That's the main part, I suppose. No questions asked. You could have done it from lying in your beds. You could have been doing it from lying on a beach. You could have been doing it from lying on the floor in a pub. I don't know what you're up to, but you could literally be doing it anywhere as long as you have your phone, you've got your Face ID, you've got your crypto on that phone, of course, and you're able to press that sell button when you've got 80% profit. If, of course, that is your plan. I don't know anyone's plan, but yeah, anyway, 100 grand, doing a 80% gain. Is that 80 grand? Am I right in thinking that? I think I am. £80,000 profit or $80,000 profit in 7 months for doing nothing, from taking a quote unquote risk in January by investing 100 grand into Bitcoin that's been $69,000 before. So buying Bitcoin at $16,000 when it's already been $69,000 and then selling it 6 months later for an 80% profit doesn't sound very risky to me, but whatever. Anyway, like I said, nothing I can advise you on is, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm glad I'm not, because those guys are unfortunately brainwashed, but I wanted to be. I'll lay that out. I've spoken about that a few times. My background is finance. I worked in banks for a long, long time, served my time at Deloitte, served my time in Santander, almost fell into the traps of an FA course, a financial advisory course, but crypto saved me. But yeah, anyway, the point I'm trying to make is I'm not a financial advisor. I can't advise you on anything, unfortunately. But look, I'm just pointing out facts and trying to give you a few kind of little kind of stories, shall we say. And what you do with them, that's completely up to you. But yeah, anyway, the fact is Coinbase returned 210%. If you were into stocks, then that's great. Bitcoin returned 80%. And Ethereum's returned 57% so far in 2023. So yeah, pretty nice if you got invested. And then this part here, it's quite blurry, but I'm going to try and open it up anyway. Yeah, that's super blurry. Hopefully you can see that if you're watching it on your phone. I'm obviously viewing this on my screen, so it's not the best. But the point of it is, apparently, this is the longest bear market we've ever seen. We're at 490 days so far. The previous were 386, 204, and then I don't know why that says 37 days, but whatever. Apparently we had a 37-day bear market here. I think this is just, again, Glassnode just pull data, so it must just be that it dropped below a certain point, averaged over that certain period, therefore it classed as its kind of bear market, if you like. But that was definitely not a bear market for 37 days. But anyway, the point being is something, again, we've mentioned many, many times. This is a very long and grueling market. Don't get me wrong, we have held a great, in my opinion, a great level over the past 2 years since we've kind of seen the highs in March, April 21 for altcoins. But yeah, we've done okay. I know we dropped 90%, right? As I say that, I feel like I'm kind of contradicting myself, but it could have been a lot worse, I feel. I don't know about you, but yes, it was unfortunate. It wasn't great. Yes, people didn't take enough profits, but that's why we're here. We can show you how to do that. But yeah, it could have been worse. And look, maybe the worst is yet to come. I don't know. But I'm optimistic overall. And yeah, I've managed to hold throughout the whole period without cry. Well, did I cry? No, I don't think I cried once about crypto over the past 2 years. I know many of you did. I know that because you seem to tell us that and you seem to comment a lot and tell us how upset you are about crypto and how much we're scammers and all that nonsense. Maybe not you watching this, right? Sorry, I'm shouting to the wrong audience. But if you look through Instagram comments, you know what it's like on YouTube comments. It's always the same nonsense. It's hilarious. I quite like it. But anyway, if you are that type of person, you are watching this and it is your first time watching this video, this is Coffee and Crypto. I do this every single day, so please join me every single day, and I will help you actually make something of yourself in crypto over the next kind of year or two. But anyway, that is all I have time for today. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Coffee and Crypto. Like I said, should I bring out, I'm actually in talks with someone at the moment. This is a mug that you'll get when you arrive on our crypto fast track course. You get a lot of branded things, but this mug is one of them, which is proper sick. I love it. But anyway, I am in talks with a graphic designer about potentially floating the idea of some coffee and crypto specific merchandise, i.e. some coffee mugs, some travel mugs, and we'll see what else kind of comes from it. But look, if you're interested in that and having your morning coffee alongside, because bet you I will have my branded mug, and I will get rid of the Porsche mug, which will be sad to go, but I'll just take that home and use it. I will be eventually using my own branded coffee and crypto mug, because this show has really taken off the past few months. Like I said, we do have a sponsorship lined up coming very soon. I'm hoping to announce the official news next week. We're just waiting for a few things to be tied up in the background. But yeah, coffee and crypto is here to stay. It's been nearly 3 months now, every single morning. And yeah, it's pretty exciting. So let me know. Do you want some exclusive merch, some exclusive mugs? Of course, I'll do giveaways and stuff, but yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on that. Anyway, that's, like I said, that's enough for me today. I have loads more to get done in the office, so I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Coffee and Crypto. I will see you tomorrow for another episode, bright and early, and make sure you've got your coffee and you're ready to go. Anyway, that's all from me. I'll see you all very soon. See ya.